Hey, this is Steve. I just did my pickup, my bi-weekly pickup of comics, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through um, as they come out of my bag and just show you what I picked up for the last 2 weeks, maybe make a few comments. I haven't read any of them yet, so I may try to do a video later this week and actually review some. But right now, just quick comments. The first one, most of these are the DC 52, obviously. So we'll see that. Here's a Justice League International. For any of you remember the old series, we got it's here. We got Booster Gold. We got Ice, um, um, Fire. I'm guessing. There's Red Rocket, Vixen, Guy Gardner, Batman. I'm going to be clueless on this one. I'm not sure who that is. And I probably should know who this is, but I don't. So anyways, we'll see what happens. This is from Dan Jurgens and Aaron Lopresti and Matt Ryan. So we'll see how that is. Green Arrow. Um, I don't know if Green Arrow is still Oliver Queen or if it's someone else, one of his son perhaps, or the former Speedy. But we'll see. This is by J.T. Kroll, Dan Jurgens, and George Perez. If there's Perez on it, that's good, at least is going to be brilliant. Animal Man. At one time, my favorite series back in the original series. We'll see what it is. My understanding is that this has more to do with his daughter's um, uh, abilities, which apparently she's acquired from her dad. So we'll give that a chance. See what happens. Uh, Swamp Thing by Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder doing a great job on American Vampire. So I'm certainly willing to give him a chance on Swamp Thing. We'll see what happens. Uh, very few can top what Alan Wood did with the character, or where he basically recreated the character. Everything you knew initially was wrong. And we'll see what happens. Stormwatch. I think I may have read one or two issues of Stormwatch back in the day. They may have been crossovers with Authority or Planetary, which I was reading. That's which I was reading at the time. We'll see, but I never really did anything. But I'll keep an eye on it just because the Martian Manhunter is always one of my favorite characters, and we'll see what happens there. Men of War. If I recall correctly, this is the grandson or something of Sergeant Rock, who's now a mercenary or something. And who writes that? Ivan Brandon, Tom Derenick, Jonathan Vankin, Phil Winslade. We'll see how I feel about that. Hawk and Dove. Steve Ditko is not dead, so he's not turning over his grave, but I can well imagine how he feels about whatever happened to the characters that he created way back when. OMAC, why do I have a real bad feeling? Oh, Dan Didio. That's why I have a bad feeling. Batman Detective Comics, one of about 20 Batman titles DC is currently producing. I have not read a Batman title since back during. I think the last time I was buying it seriously was back during Bruce Wayne Fugitive / Murderer, and dropped it shortly thereafter. We'll see. Batwing. This is, if I recall, part of the Batman Incorporated. The character who came from that. This takes place in Africa, I believe. Judd Winnick. Judd Winnick. I'm gonna go. I go back and forth on Judd Winnick. Some of his stuff is I found brilliant, and others I'm like, you know, I can certainly do without. So again, the whole point of getting the DC 52 was to give each one of these books a chance, and I'm going to try to go in there as if I didn't know the characters. I told you I found that unsuccessful in Justice League #1, Justice League of America #1. So we'll see how I feel about these. Okay, Superman Action Comics #1. Grant Morrison and Rags Morales. So yeah, is the art going to be good? Yes. Could the writing be brilliant? Yes. But we'll see. As with Batman, I haven't read. It's been even longer since I had any interest in reading Superman. So again, we'll see what happens. Batgirl. Finally, Barbara Gordon has, I guess she got the same doctor that fixed up Bruce after Bane broke his back, and she's up and going. What that does to, I blanked. What that does with Birds of Prey, I don't know. I'm glad that Barbara's walking again, but it does sort of, I don't know how I feel about that. Gail Simone is a wonderful writer. Adian Siaf and Vincent Cifuentes, I'm not familiar with, but you have to love that cover, right? Isn't that cover brilliant? Gail Simone is a real, is a very good writer and a real good person, and I'm glad that DC has at least one woman writing for them. So we'll see. Static Shock. Another great character. As I mentioned, I absolutely loved the Milestone books back when they came out, and I'm glad that some of these characters are in the new DCU. I will see what happens. I guess this is going to be a total change since I think Static is now in, I don't know where he lives now, but it's going to be more clearly part of the DC universe, you know, Metropolis, Gotham, Central City, et cetera, et cetera. So see what happens there. Resurrection Man, Dan Abnett. I love Dan Abnett. He's a really good writer. Enjoy his comic book work, and absolutely love the stuff he does for Warhammer 40K. Really a good writer. And Resurrection Man was an odd book. Basically, the lead character dies in just about every episode. When he is resurrected, he has a new power. He doesn't know what the power will be, but he feels he should try to do some good. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what powers he has and how he dies or doesn't in this issue. Superboy, Scott Lobdell, R.B. Silver, Rob Lean. We'll see. I read something about it online. I guess Superboy is still a mix of Kryptonian and human DNA, and I guess it's supposed to be pretty apparent where the other DNA comes from, and I guess we're supposed to be too stupid to figure it out, but that's what you can expect from DC. They sort of hope you're not that bright. Anyway, Frankenstein, Agent of Shade. I'm really looking forward to this. I loved the Flashpoint series, as I said before. Frankenstein's a cool character. I'm not sure who the young lady is, but she carries a gun, and there's Frankenstein's wife, the Bride-O. And it looks cool. I'm psyched. I'll let you know what I think. Green Lantern by Geoff Jones. Someone has said, and woo, that's Sinestro back wearing the green uniform and wearing a green ring. Someone said that this really isn't a total break from the past, so we'll have to see what happens. I mean, wasn't that supposed to be the point? Is a total reboot and everything? Legion Lost. I'm a long-time Legion fan. We'll see what happens. This is the whole point of this Legion. I think there's like 7 members who come to the path of the 21st century to try to stop an epidemic or plague and get caught here, and try to make as they try to make new lives and hope to one day return to the past. So we'll see how that goes and see if it really is new reader friendly. We'll hope. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through all these books, so I'll do it really quick. Batman and Robin. When we have the vote on the phone vote and text vote, I'm voting to kill Damien. So I hope DC is listening. Suicide Squad. I'm one of those sad geeks on Facebook who totally despises the new Holly. So we'll see what happens with that. I haven't heard good things online about the book, but we'll give it a stroke. Deathstroke. I have always hated this character. Never understood it. The guy's a sociopath, a murderer, and depending on at one point you could say he's actually a child abuser for what he did to his daughter, if that's still part of continuity. I dislike the character. I don't expect to like the book, and I'm going to go into it with that. So we'll see what happens. Grifter. I got no clue. All right. I'm going to be honest. This was a Wildfire character, I think. And we'll see what happens. Again, I think this video is going to end in less than 3 seconds. So real quick. Batwoman. Finally, we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, J.H. Williams III is a really good writer. So we'll see what happens. It's been a while. It's been a few years since the big announcement about Batwoman and being a lesbian and everything. So I don't even know that's a big deal anymore. I don't even remember if people still remember it, unless they've been following Batman. Mr.